Distance Nerding.
Hey! What's up, ladies and gentlemen?
What it do?
It is that time, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday. You know what that means. You are now experiencing Distance Nerding. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your boy, Young Phil. He is the one, the only, the most handsome. It is the Jahmez 5000. And we are
here to nerd
together. That's right.
Nailed it for, I don't know how many times, 282 times?
Something like that.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of shows. 282 times. And we've been talking about anything pop culture, news, movies, food, music, wrestlings, comics, Comic-Cons, whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching on YouTube, if you're watching live right now, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, guys, hit that like button. So in that way, all the people on the YouTube's world, they know that you like us. Listen on any podcast app, drop us a 5-star review. Of course, that helps out the algorithm and lets everybody know that you enjoy what we do. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, TikTok, all at Distance Nerding. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we got merch, people. That's right. And you can get some yourself, guys. Head over to www.streamlabs.com/distance-nerding/merch and get you some of that sweet swag. I actually just got some shirts that we should be getting pretty soon before the next con that we're going to.
Sweet.
I got some fun ones. I got the new tank top, and I got some Distance Nerding Comic-Con swag, so it looks pretty cool.
Awesome. Look at us. And then we got more giveaway stickers. We got more business cards. Shout out to Squints in the chat. We're all ready for the cons.
Exactly. Now we are ready to go. Speaking of cons, before we jump into everything, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend, and we're going to talk about it more on Thursday. But this weekend, we were at Silver Age Comic-Con. It was a crap ton of fun. Now we're getting ready for Metal Art Comic-Con that's happening in 2 weeks. So guys, if you're in the Medford area, Medford, Oregon, come and hang out with us. We're gonna have a whole bunch of fun. We've got more prizes to give away, got more trivia to do. It's gonna be a blast, and we will see you guys there. So let's jump into everything that we've got going on here, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned into the worst kept secret on all of the internet, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Distance Nerding. That's right. You know where you are. You know what's going on here. It's time for all of the fun. So as we jump into all of this, Jahmez, tell everybody who's bringing us the show this week. Or actually, no, what's on deck? Sorry.
Is DC growing a new villain? Marvel has gone casting crazy, and San Diego Comic-Con is almost here, and we have all the latest news for you.
That's right. Apparently, I didn't. I thought I put it on here, but I didn't put the actual thing on here, so that's fine. We've got a lot to talk about, guys, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get right into that. But before we do, speaking of Silver Age Comic-Con, Metal Art Comic-Con, Jahmez, tell them who is bringing us the show today.
Check out Colossus Grow Entertainment fan-focused Comic-Cons across the West Coast, including Beaver State Comic-Con, Metal Arc, Medford, Tri-Cities Powerhouse, Silver Age that just happened, Gem State Comic-Con, comics, cosplay, vendors, artists, celebrity guests, so much more. Visit Colossus Grow ENT and plan your next Comic-Con.
That's right. All right. So let's get into this, guys. It's time to get into the first segment of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Straight from J. Jonah.
Sweet. With
right.
Cue music. Drop.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Internet, for letting me know that I suck. Okay.
There it is. By the way, what up? Say Wong in the chat. All right, let's dive in. This MCU project is about to go Nova after years of rumors, shifting plans, and mixed reports. The long-awaited Nova project is officially moving ahead, and it's headed to the big screen. This is supposed to be a TV show. Now it's a big screen. All right. According to Deadline, Michael Waldron has officially signed on to write Nova, but instead of being a Disney Plus series, Marvel Studios is developing it as a feature film. Interesting. Waldron is already deeply involved in Marvel's biggest upcoming projects. He's previously wrote Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and showrunner on Loki. He's also working on Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. He's pretty much writing everything Marvel, making him one of Marvel Studios' key creative voices moving into the next phase of the MCU. One interesting piece of trivia is that Brad Winderbaum, Marvel Studios' head of streaming television, animation, and I think comics now, right?
Yeah.
Previously described the now shelved television series version as an amazing ensemble piece with a great cast of characters. Ooh, that's interesting. So what this tells me is that I think it's going to be this is going to be our new gateway for Marvel, like cosmic Marvel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like Guardians are kind of, oh, we're going to kind of sunset them for a little bit, but now it's going to be Nova that's going to be exploring the universe. How do you feel about Nova coming to the MCU?
Been waiting for it, man. I've been really waiting for Nova to make his debut. Richard Rider is a great character. It's just waiting to see how they were going to do everything. I would have loved the TV show, but again, they've been really focusing on moving away from TV shows and trying to focus more on film. I'm okay with that as long as they tell the right story. I think origin stories are fine as films, but a TV show would be fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it would be a nice way to figure out what happened to the Nova Corps itself. You know, we saw that Thanos, or didn't we didn't see it, is that Thanos kind of destroyed the Nova Corps, but it was all like,
Well, he destroyed Xandar, which in turn would have destroyed the base of operations for the Nova Corps. Doesn't necessarily mean that the Nova Corps is destroyed because Nova Prime could have been off planet.
oh, good point, good point.
Mhm.
But we never got to see any of that. But so
Right.
anyway, with the Lanterns series about to make their debut in the DCU, is it time to bring Nova to the MCU?
I say bring on the space cops. Bring on the space cops.
More space cops, the better. Okay,
Exactly.
I see how it is. I see how it is. All right, moving on. Big plans for The Hand. The Hand was previously introduced in Marvel's Netflix era, appearing in Daredevil, Iron Fist, and The Defenders. While they were positioned as a major threat, many fans felt the version of The Hand never quite captured that what made the organization so compelling in the comics. According to Scooper, My Time to Shine, hello, The Hand will receive its own standalone project in the MCU. This one took me by surprise.
So from what I'm understanding more and more and more, a lot of these guys are just saying this is what I want to happen, and not necessarily what is going to happen. And it's just kind of like every now and then the things that they want to happen end up happening. Right. So I mean, it's I, it would be cool to kind of see the hand expand a little bit more, but I think that is something that needs to happen more so in Daredevil or in if they do more with Iron Fist than Iron Fist. But I don't think that that's something that they really need to explore in more films and things like that. Yeah, I do think it's cool to kind of have them in this and be kind of like these enemies against Spider-Man. I don't think they're going to be the same thing though.
Yeah, I thought it was an odd choice, but who knows? It could be one of those special presentations, right?
Could be.
Maybe it's going to tell a backstory or something like that on a specific character, and the hand just happens to be connected to it. So
Mhm.
who knows? But we'll see. I mean, who knows how they're going to be reinvented until we see Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is coming out on July 31st.
That's right. We're 2 weeks away. We're right here.
That's so nuts. I
I
can't believe
know.
I hope this isn't our last Spider-Man. Because that's my fear with I'm anticipating this movie. I want to see this movie, but I feel like this may be our last Spider-Man for a while.
From what I understand, I don't think it will be. And that's directly from some of the actors that have been involved that are saying that from what I hear, this is supposed to spark a new trilogy.
I heard that too, but we shall see. We shall see.
Right.
All right, moving on to some casting news. We're obsessed with this next casting rumor. Following her breakout performance In Obsession, Indy Navarrete is reportedly on Marvel's radar for one of the franchise's most beloved mutants. They're casting all these mutants now. The speculation started after Navarrete revealed during a recent interview that she's been meeting with several directors while deciding which project to tackle next. One of those filmmakers just happened to be Jake Shear, who's directed Thunderbolts and will be directing the upcoming X-Men reboot. Thought that was interesting.
Hmm.
So, Scooper, My Time to Shine, hello, doing some work for us, is reporting that Marvel is rushing to cast the film with Navarrete being eyed to play Rogue.
I can see that. You would have to give her like a full blonde streak and everything like that. But I mean, like, I feel she
Sure.
could pull it off.
Yeah.
She's got a good look for it.
Yes.
The only thing with it is I don't know if we would get a lot of complaints because like, oh, now we're getting a Mexican rogue. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, but I don't even think they need to go into her ethnicity. You know.
No, Marvel wouldn't. They would just cast the character and it'd be fine. It's the internet would go nuts and be all upset about it.
Oh,
That's
internet.
Yeah, that's the only thing I worry about is she's a great actress. I think that she would kill the role, but it's the internet would come in and be the internet and start interneting their way into just ruining everything. So, I if they do cast her, I think she would be a great rogue. I think she's a great actress. She would nail the tone for it. The only thing I worry about is how southern can she get?
Yeah, we'll have to see. Though I heard she was amazing in Obsession,
She was.
and so you saw it? You saw it?
Oh God, so good, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, if she can just get the character down, I think she'll nail it. I think it's going to be great. So, by the way, this is the same rumor where let me get to it. Oh, Millie Bobby Brown is also currently in talks to join the MCU in an undisclosed role. Now, here's a question, because I know Rogue is kind of a big casting choice, and we were talking about Indy Navarrete potentially being Rogue. What if they turn around and made Millie Bobby Brown Rogue? How would you feel about that?
That could be interesting. That could be an interesting choice on Rogue. I want good up and coming actresses if they're to get their hand at that role.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting to see Millie Bobby Brown as Rogue, and then right now again the speculation that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. Be interesting to see them in the core team together again. It's basically the Stranger Things crew is is the new X-Men.
Kind of makes sense in a weird way. Bunch of cast outs with powers.
Right.
What do you know? What do you know? All right, X-Men is expected to begin production sometime in 2027. So, Secret Wars is coming in late 2027. So, we'll figure that out when it happens. Do you think we're gonna get mutants in Secret Wars? By the way,
Yes, I absolutely do because we're supposed to be getting mutants in Doomsday. If we're getting mutants in Doomsday, we're definitely getting mutants in Secret Wars.
all right. Maybe we'll get some Jedi in Secret Wars because
I see what you did there. It's a good transition. That was a really good transition.
the hunt for Ben Solo is going to the MCU. Marvel Studios hasn't officially revealed a single cast member yet for its upcoming X-Men reboot, but that hasn't stopped the rumors from kicking into high gear, according again to our correspondent, My Time to Shine. Hello. Adam Driver, best known for playing Kylo Ren in Star Wars, has reportedly been cast as the villain in Marvel Studios' upcoming X-Men movie. You cannot get away from Adam Driver, sir.
Never, never.
So, Marvel Studios, of course, hasn't confirmed if Driver's involvement in the project is happening or not. The report doesn't reveal which villain he'd be playing, but could you see maybe a Kylo Magneto or Mr. Sinister Solo? What do you think? Who would?
Funny enough, all of the clickbait rumors are all saying he's going to be Magneto. And
Yeah.
I tried to think about it, and I'm like, you know what? I think he would be good as Magneto. Thing is, I don't feel like he's old enough to be Magneto because Magneto should be an older character.
Yeah. True. Very true.
You know, where I would like to see him if he's going villain, um, that gets hard to throw. Sinister would be cool. Actually, I could picture him as Mr. Sinister because Nathaniel Essex is a very, very, a character that has a lot of. He should be almost Shakespearean. He should be almost have a lot of command presence when he walks in a room. Um, I don't know. Again, it gets hard to call. Just make him Omega Red. We'll be fine.
I don't know about that. I don't know about Omega Red.
Yeah, he would never be my Omega Red. They would never want to put his face in that much makeup.
Maybe like Alan Richson as like Omega Red.
Alan Richson as Omega Red would be insane.
Kinda
I would love that.
But okay, going back to it, Adam Driver, say I could see him more as like a Mr. Sinister, like you said, because he cleans up well. Like we're looking at a picture, me and Felipe are looking at a picture of him in a suit. He cleans up well. Like you could see him doing the suave, sophisticated, professional Mr. Sinister, and then later on you throw him into a Sinister type costume and the makeup and everything. But he could definitely pull off like that smart, professional type character that a Sinister would be, like somebody that's kind of weaving in and out of the shadows.
Right.
I think Adam Driver could do that.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm going and just kind of like looking up, like, okay, some mainstay characters.
By the way, Easy is chiming in the chat. He says Ann Olsen as Rogue.
Oh, our friend of the show, Ann Olsen.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah, there's not too many characters. You know what? Bastion would actually be good.
Okay.
I think I'm just thinking of that now, like, because I think he would do a good Bastion thing, and especially if they're gonna start running the route of like Days of Future Past and going into like Sentinels and things like that. I think he could do a decent Bastion.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Because Bastion has a lot of charisma, and Adam Driver does have a lot of charisma. So
Yeah, I could see that too. All right, I'm gonna keep it going here. The hierarchy of power in the DC, in the Marvel universe, is about to change. After his time as Black Adam in the DCEU came into
night. Yeah.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is now reportedly being eyed for one of Marvel's biggest mutant villains, Apocalypse. According to Scooper, My Time to Shine, hello, The Rock is up to play Apocalypse in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Your thoughts, go.
What?
I wouldn't mind Dwayne Johnson as Apocalypse. If he played Apocalypse the way, because you would have to do modern Apocalypse. He, again, not super charismatic, but very, very, and Dwayne Johnson is very charismatic. But I mean, like the character himself is he needs to be dark. He needs to be someone who you feel is a threat, and I feel like Dwayne Johnson on screen can convey that feeling of someone being a threat.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think size-wise, he's an obvious choice, right? But I need somebody who could tap into some like deep-rooted emotional trauma. Like honestly, I just watched the latest X-Men 97 season 2.
Yeah.
And that Apocalypse story arc of Apocalypse in the past was so good. So good. And the trauma that was conveyed, perfect.
It gives you that whole reasoning why En Sabanur believes the things that he believes and why he's the way he is. He is a malignant narcissist. His whole thing is that he believes that he is the key to the future. He is the linchpin for the survival of all mutants, and his whole thing is the survival of the fittest, which he learns from his time in the resistance group. But the whole thing is the survival of the fittest. It is that no one, the only people who are fit to survive are the strongest, which is why he creates the four horsemen of the apocalypse. It needs to be somebody who can convey, again, very existential dread, very doom level, like he needs to make it feel like there is he is a world-ending character.
Yes. You know, the emotional tap that I want. You know, remember in Guardians, what's the actor's name? Digimon Hansu.
Digimon Hansu.
Dude, he is so good when he taps in and he gets super deep. I want that type of character to play, you know, in Sabanur, because just that trauma. I need to see that trauma conveyed and that command, that presence. But if The Rock is going to do it, I'm in. Let's see it. You know, he's the smashing machine. Let's see if he can smash this role as Apocalypse.
Yeah. He has the look. I can actually see, if you put the makeup on him, he has the look. So
exactly. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, this is my last Marvel story. Marvel Studios finally gave us the first official look at Avengers Doomsday. This newly released concept art features the Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Doctor Doom. But while plenty of fans are excited about what's on the poster, equally loud group is focused on who's missing. Speaking to fans during a recent appearance in Shanghai, Kevin Feige explained that the heart of the Avengers Doomsday isn't about including every single Marvel character. I don't know if you saw the poster yet or the concept art.
I saw it.
I don't understand why fans just can't be like, enjoy it for what it is. Let's dissect what it is versus who's not on it. I think I saw more articles about who's not on this poster versus like, let's talk about who's confirmed.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people freaking out about Rebecca Romijn Stamos's look.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like people are complaining about how Rebecca Romijn is not essentially naked like she's been in every other movie. But it's like, well, yeah, because she looks more like the comic book version of Mystique.
Yeah. Mystique's never just straight walking around naked in the comics.
That was something they did in the movies. You know, and it's like, okay, they made her just like walk around naked, but like Mystique in the comics has always had the white dress with the leg slits on the side. And it's like that's exactly what she looks like in this concept photo or in this trailer photo. And it's like, why are you guys so upset? We're getting comic book accurate versions of the characters.
Exactly. So Feige went on to say it's about putting together combinations of heroes that audiences never expected to see sharing the screen. That's what Marvel's all about, assembling heroes that might not get along and forcing them to do what's best for the world. Seeing the X-Men and the Avengers and the New Avengers and the Fantastic Four together is a dream I never thought would come true. That being said, are you more interested in who's on the artwork or who's not on the artwork? For me, I like seeing who's on the artwork. Now I know who's playing. Now I know the chess pieces.
Right. I generally just like the artwork in itself. I feel like there is I love the idea, like kind of like the concept of there being 3 different colors and different characters are being involved with that, with Doom in the center. I think that they're doing a really good job of building the epicness of what this is going to be.
Yeah. Yep. And honestly, it's a poster. So if whatever reason you're surprised and there's a character that isn't on this poster that shows up in the movie, okay, great. It's a surprise. It's a cliffhanger. It's something to keep you on your toes.
And I feel like these posters are more just what they're really telling is, here are the characters that are going to play a key role in the film itself. Not necessarily saying that, oh, these are the only characters that are going to be in the film. It's like, stop being small-minded, guys. It's not It's not, oh, this is what's on the poster, so that means these are the only characters that are going to be in there.
Mhm.
When has that ever happened in anything Marvel related?
Exactly.
And you think they're going to start now with the Russo brothers who had surprise cameos all through both of their movies? Come on,
Mhm.
guys. Stop.
You know what? It's funny. Like we've been talking about all this like leaked artwork and this and that. Like this is our best look at Doom's mask. And nobody I saw nobody talking about this. It was really odd. But I like the mask design. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Anyway,
Looks good.
5 months away. Avengers Doomsday is set to hit theaters on December 18th.
That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for what we've got in Marvel, which means now we're moving on to the next segment. It is time for Watching the Watchtower. Getting into this DC news here, guys. So, with that being said, no further ado here. Let's get into this next story, guys. The Matt Reeves Batverse is growing,
Hmm.
like with water and plant food and so. Okay, after a huge success of the Penguin, it looks like Matt Reeves could be expanding his corner of DC with another villain-focused story. This time, the spotlight may belong to one of Batman's most dangerous and fascinating foes, Poison Ivy, who's also the only get this, the only meta villain that Batman actually fights.
The only meta villain.
She's the only person who has actual superpowers
Oh, I get what you're saying.
that Batman actually fights. Like Batman fights a lot of characters who are, they have like technology, they have all these different things and whatnot, but she's the only one that actually has like superpowers. I guess technically you can talk about Clayface and you can talk about Man-Bat and stuff like that, but they don't have like massive powers the way that Poison Ivy does, how she's connected with the green.
Right.
According to Jeff Schneider, a Poison Ivy series is reportedly in development and will be set in Matt Reeves' Batman universe, just like the Penguin. This should be treated as a rumor until DC Studios makes it official. Let's say it again, guys. This should be treated as a rumor until DC Studios makes it official. Okay, guys? Keep that in mind. If this rumor turns out to be true, Poison Ivy could be the perfect character to continue expanding that world. She's one of Batman's greatest villains. She's long overdue for a proper live-action reinvention, and I think we're all just waiting on that version of Poison Ivy. The Batman Part 2 is scheduled to hit theaters on October 1st, 2027. What are your thoughts on Poison Ivy? You think she would do well with her own show?
I love Poison Ivy. I think she is due to break out. And I think once they decided to attach her to the green, like
Mhm.
she became like 10 times more powerful than you ever thought she could be. Right. And what they're doing with her in, like, say, the Absolute universe is bonkers. So if they bring something like that into this, that would be amazing. And by the way, she's so well rounded. They just need to let her cook. You know what I mean? Like her wanting to do what's best for nature, for the green, gives her all the justification to do whatever she needs to do to get things done. So I'm all about Poison Ivy.
Yeah, I like the idea too. I'm just putting a poll up right now. Would you watch a Poison
You got a poll?
Ivy
Polls are coming.
TV show? I want to put a poll out there and kind of see of our audience who all would like to see a show based on Poison Ivy. All right,
Yeah,
yeah, I've got that in there. In the meantime, let's move on to our next story here. In brightest day, in blackest night, no DC rumor shall escape my sight. The DCU is about a month away from bringing Lanterns to HBO this August. Now a new report has sparked an entirely different conversation. If there's any truth to it, the future of the Green Lantern Corps in James Gunn's DC universe could look very different than anyone expected. We already know Lanterns unfolds across two different timelines, one set in 2016 and another one set in 2026. While that's an intriguing storytelling approach in its own, the biggest shock supposedly comes at the end of the premiere. According to a rumor making the rounds, Hal Jordan, played by Kyle Chandler, dies at the end of the first episode, meaning the 2026 storyline follows a world where one of DC's greatest heroes is already gone. It's a huge claim, and it's important to remember that it's just still a rumor right now. Nothing has been confirmed by DC Studios or HBO. Will Hal die? Are any superheroes really dead? Really on this. What do you think, James? Do you think they're gonna kill off Hal Jordan like right off
I
off the
think
bat
that
on
would
this?
make that dual timeline story that much more interesting. Because we see Hal teaching or putting John Stewart through the ringer, trying to, teach him as a rookie, but then you fast forward to 2026 and he's gone and John Stewart's on his own doing his own thing. I think that would be super interesting. And also knowing a little bit about the Green Lantern, like he's probably not really dead.
That
I mean, easily we can bring in storylines like the Parallax storyline.
and that's exactly where my head is at right now is I don't see James Gunn killing off Hal Jordan, fully killing off Hal Jordan, because you can do something where everybody thinks Hal is dead. You can make it ambiguous. And then the next time we see him, maybe in the next season or down the line in season 3, or maybe in a film or something like that, Hal Jordan comes back as Parallax. And because I feel like we need to have not only the dynamic between him and John, but I think we need that Parallax storyline where it gives us a reason to care more about Kyle Rayner when Kyle comes in, because with the achievements that Kyle ends up having, a lot of them are things that kind of end up overshadowing Hal Jordan, right? Because he becomes the honor guard, he becomes Ion, everything like that, and a lot of it comes from kind of this aversion to Parallax when Hal Jordan, kind of succumbs to Parallax's power. So I feel like James Gunn is the kind of storyteller where he is going to set something up that is going to pay off later on.
Yes, I totally agree. Like maybe Hal's off in deep space doing something. Maybe that's when, I don't know how they're gonna introduce Parallax, but like for whatever reason, like his ring comes back to like Oa, and everybody's like, oh, he's gone. So they think he's dead, but maybe he's succumbed to Parallax somehow. I don't know how it would work, but I think it'd be fun if they bring him back somehow and tell like a future Lantern story, season 2, season 3, bringing back Hal as the villain, so to speak.
Yeah. The rumor is, and this has been a rumor for a while, that if at some point they want to introduce Jessica Cruz, which would be cool, but like, what if Hal dies at the end of the premiere? You just see the ring go away, but it doesn't go back to Oa, and that's their way of saying that it's going to find Jessica Cruz. Right. And at that point, if Hal is gone, it goes to Jessica Cruz, but then also, again, it's very, very, it's out there that James Gunn is not a big fan of Kyle Rayner, but I don't think he would pass over Kyle Rayner just because there's so many of us who are massive fans of Kyle Rayner. Yeah, so I don't think he would pass that over, because just I think he understands there's a lot of fans waiting for that to be there.
Exactly. And plus, he's bringing in Blue Beetle. He understands like there's a whole, demographic out there that wants their version of superheroes. The Latinos want their version of superheroes.
I mean, we have 2 Green Lanterns, technically 3, but I mean, like, Jessica Cruz is one, but Kyle Rayner's half Mexican. So I mean, like, it's not like we wouldn't get it either way with both of them.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah. Going back here, Lanterns premieres on HBO this August.
Sweet.
So we're about a month away, man. I'm ready for this show. I'm really excited for it. Again, there's a lot of people complaining and the complaints on things, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see how they play off the Green Lanterns in this.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm on the wrong page. All right, there we go. So, moving on to the next story. Is Bucky going bald?
What?
A newly surfaced photo of Sebastian Stan has the Batman Part 2 fan base spinning up fresh theories. And this time, it's all because of his haircut. The actor has recently spotted with his head shaved, and that has reignited speculation over who he'll actually be playing in the Batman Part 2. Nothing has officially been confirmed by Matt Reeves. According to later reports, Stan wasn't playing Harvey Dent after all. Instead, he claimed the actor had been cast as another Batman villain. Jeff Snyder later doubled down on that claim, saying Stan is playing the sadistic serial killer Victor Zsasz, while Brian Tyree Henry has reportedly taken on the role of Harvey Dent. Now that shaved head photo has only added fuel to the fire.
Interesting. I'm okay with that. I've always kind of liked Victor Zsasz. I always thought he was, kind of sadistic.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you want in a Batman type universe. Somebody that's a little psychotic, real good with knives. But yeah, I don't think he has to play Harvey Dent.
The thing is that he could still be playing Harvey Dent. As much as everybody's going like, oh, yeah, he shaved his head, he can't be Harvey Dent. Yeah, but if you shave your head to put makeup on and everything like that, especially if you're going like the half acid face, doesn't necessarily mean him shaving his head means that he's not going to be, Harvey Dent. I mean, Victor Zsasz, it's funny. We've had 3 or 4 iterations of a live action Victor Zsasz at this point. He just plays more like background characters, but he's been in all the different iterations of Batman at this point.
Yeah, the one I actually like a lot was the Gotham version.
He was very sadistic.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because the Victor Zsasz in the Harley Quinn movie, what was it? Harley Quinn in the Birds of Prey. I was trying to remember the name. Because Victor Zsasz in Birds of Prey was more of like a henchman, the Black Mask, which he's never kind of been. But I mean, I guess he's always just been a guy that works for the highest bidder. So I mean, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility for him to work for Black Mask. But he didn't seem as psychotic in that version.
Yeah.
I also want to see the version of Victor Zsasz, almost kind of like where every kill that he does, this is something that was in a lot of the comics too. Every kill, he scars himself and has like ritualistic scars for each kill. I do want to see like somebody finally do that version of Victor Zsasz.
I like that. I like that idea. Though now that I'm thinking about it, I still think Sebastian Stan could pull off Two-Face.
I think he'd be the perfect Two-Face. They're pulling that away. What if it's all a swerve and he ends up just being Calendar Man?
Calendar Man.
Calendar Man's bald, so I mean, and I feel like Sebastian Stan could pull off. Again, he could pull off a different kind of sadistic serial killer, more of like a cerebral sadistic serial killer.
Though, because even though this isn't a separate universe than the James Gunn DCU universe, I don't think Matt Reeves would touch Calendar Man because that was Sean Gunn's character.
But still, because Calendar Man, again, he plays a big role in Long Halloween, which the series is based on. These series of movies are based on. And with the way that he portrayed the Riddler of being like just this crazy serial killer, I feel like you can do Calendar Man in a way where he's not, the way he's always been portrayed. He's like a bigger guy that just like, counts the days and kills certain people on certain holidays. Like I can see them making Sebastian Stan, this guy that is very meticulous and almost like, ritualistic about the way, like, I have to kill someone on Halloween. I have to kill someone on Labor Day, things like that. Christmas, which
Almost like
is what,
he never refers to himself as Calendar Man. It's just like the media that refers to him as Calendar Man, that kind of thing.
right, like the calendar, the calendar killer or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're like showing that, they realize that he's killing people on holidays.
Yes. Yeah. See, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
And I think Sebastian Stan could give us a different take on Calendar Man.
I do enjoy how the Batman Rogues Gallery is very much adaptable for something that could be almost put into real world.
Hmm.
Especially like the Riddler, somebody like that. I love how that's adaptable and it feels like you can connect with it easier than just superheroes flying around with lasers shooting out of their eyes.
Exactly. Okay. Well, with that being said, the Batman Part 2 finally arrives in theaters on October 1st, 2027.
I like it.
That's right. So sticking within the realm of Batman rumors and Batman things going on, no comment is Hollywood speak for, yeah, it's definitely me. I'm in it. Tom Brittney has found himself at the center of the latest casting conversation after recent comments from YouTuber John Campea sparked theories that DC Studios may have already found its next big screen Dark Knight. Brittney has recently asked about the speculation during an appearance on Good Day New York, and instead of shutting it down, he offered a response that's guaranteed to keep the rumor mill spinning. No comment. I know nothing. Just lovely, wonderful rumors. Right. Actors often lean on no comment when they're under some level of confidentiality and can't discuss the project. It's definitely not a no, but screams, I'm under NDA. Don't ask me.
It's totally true. Totally true. Like they didn't outright deny it, but they're
Right.
just not answering the question.
And I mean, the whole big thing is there are always rumors. There's always people speculating on different things that are going on. And people are always going to speculate on, oh, well, James Gunn is talking with this person. That means he must be Batman. Again, a lot of these scoopers are just kind of going off of there was a meeting. That means automatically this person is going to be this person. And here's the thing is that Tom Brittney might just be trolling and messing with everybody, and he might be just getting cast as like some dude in the background. It's like he might get cast as young Alfred Pennyworth. We don't know who he's gonna be, right? So I mean, like it's a lot of people try to make like speculate on everything, and again, until rumors are confirmed, that's all they are is rumors.
That being said, could you see him as Bruce Wayne?
Tom Brittney, let's take a look here. Because the picture that we have up, it doesn't do that jawline. That
So,
jawline for sure is a Bruce Wayne jawline.
so it wasn't confirmed, but he was also up for the role of Superman before they, picked David Cornsweet.
That makes a lot of sense.
So I'm thinking like, hey, we're not picking you for Superman. Thank you for coming out, but don't go too far because we may have something else for you.
Yeah, I am scrolling through a couple of pictures here. There's one in particular, about midway down Google's line where it's like I'm just looking at the jawline and the dude looks like Batman.
Yeah, I think he could play a Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, and I mean he's got the potential to be a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's 6'2". Yeah, okay. I can see that because Cornsweat's 6'4".
Yeah, there you go.
So he would be in that range of like height for Batman. Yeah, I can see this guy.
I like it. I ship it. Is that what kids say these days?
That's what the kids are saying nowadays.
I ship it.
I ship it.
I shipped it.
All right. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, has the DCU found its newest cape creator? Caped Crusader. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Has DC found its latest Caped Crusader, or is this all just guano?
Guano,
Yeah,
which is
Bat
bat
poop.
droppings.
Bat droppings, bat poop.
I learned that from Ace Ventura.
So did I. That's why I brought it up.
We're stupid.
Yeah, we're pretty dumb. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for our DC stories here. So let's talk about our next sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by the good folks over at www.w.g. That came out on the recording. www.w.gg. Use the code nerding10 and get 10% off your order. That is going to be amazing. When I'm not taking that off. I am leaving that in, dude.
Okay, that's good. Oh, that's good.
This is what happens during a live show, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, Debbie. Sorry.
More reason for people listening to the podcast to come and listen to us live, because shit like this happens. James is like, "Oh, I thought I muted myself, but I'm yelling at my son."
I did, but everything was running slow for like like the whole W promo was all slow and garbly for me.
Oh God. All right, man. Well, let's get into the into the next segment here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the one shots, the quickest news in the galaxy. Let's knock this out, James.
All right, for more news, trailers, reactions, check out the Distance Nerdington post on Facebook. Let us know what you're nerding out on. We just popped in some new trailers dropped, including the Dune Part 3 trailer. So go check it out. Go check it out. All right. The Schwartz is back after decades of joking rumors and fans endlessly quoting Spaceballs. The sequel is actually happening. The first official teaser poster for Spaceballs, the new one, has been released. The reveal came with perfect tongue-in-cheek descriptions. We combed the desert and found the new teaser poster. Okay, that's pretty good. And we also have an official, so at last we meet for the first time, for the last time opsis, prepare the ship for ludicrous speed synopsis.
Oh, wasn't ready. Where's my button? Found my button. There it goes. So at last we meet for the first time, for the last time opsis. Prepare the ship for ludicrous speed synopsis.
Somehow, Dark Helmet has returned. 40 years after the events of the first Spaceballs, 50 years after the events of Star Wars A New Hope, and 1 year after the events of The Devil Wears Prada 2, the galaxy is once again under threat. A threat so evil, so unstoppable, so completely lacking in any original ideas. That is how vowed to bring back the past. Every last bit of it. Spaceballs, the new one, is set to blast into theaters 2027.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this movie, man. It's so long away, but so close.
Yeah. We'll have more on this later because they just got announced they're going to have a Hall H panel.
Oh, man. We're not going to be in San Diego in 2 weeks. Okay.
All right. More bending, more Momo, more cabbages.
My cabbages!
Even after a major movie leak and a rocky release schedule, the Avatar franchise is earth-bending towards something bigger. Speaking with Entertainment Weekly, the Avatar, the Last Airbender co-creator Brian Koetsko teased the Avatar Aang movie was just one of a whole slate of Avatar content. I'm working on another thing, which we'll announce when the time is right. And hopefully we won't have to wait another 100 years for the next piece of Avatar news. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but
I still feel like it is a missed opportunity to put this movie in theaters.
I agree. I totally agree.
Mhm.
But they're just saving me money, and I'm gonna sit at home and watch it with my family. You know, we just finished Avatar season 2 of the Netflix series. And
Oh, you know what? I haven't even started watching it yet. I got to start
so
watching
good.
that.
So good. So Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender, will land on July 25th is the release date, but which also lines up with this year's Avatar Hall H presentation for San Diego Comic-Con. So he was just saying, like, when the timing's right, maybe Comic-Con is that timing. So we may
Hmm.
find out more in just a couple weeks here.
We'll see. We'll keep our ears to the ground, guys, and make sure that we report on anything fun that we find.
I'm really enjoying Avatar right now,
Yeah.
by the way. Okay, keep it going. No neighbors were harmed in this next story. Prime Video is getting ready to expand on the world of Reacher in a big way, and now we finally know when fans will get to jump into its first spin-off, Neagley, starring Maria Sten as the fan favorite investigator Frances Neagley, officially premieres on Wednesday, September 16th, with all episodes dropping all at once.
Hmm.
I'm excited for that. Fans won't have to wait too long to get another dose of the Reacher universe either. So this is kind of cool. Reacher season 4 premieres on Wednesday, August 12th, kicking off with 3 episodes and then wrapping up on September 16th. And that's perfect timing because that's when the Neagley spinoff drops as well.
So we get to watch the Reacher season finale, and then right after that, you get to watch Neely. I'm okay with
The
that.
entire season of the Neely
I,
series.
I see. Again, when they drop the whole show at once, it feels like they don't have faith in it.
I see what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I think it's also good. It may be a good experiment to be like, okay, let's drop it all at once and see what happens. See if people are into it, see if people like it, if we get some good feedback, let's keep it going. Maybe there's other spin-offs we could do. But it doesn't need to be its own thing. It just needs to be a spin-off and we're telling good stories in this Reacher universe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as long as they're telling good stories, I think that's all that matters.
Yes. I'm good with this. I like it. Plus, it's like getting 2 seasons in one because Reacher's going to be in this. I think he officially is guest starring
Yeah.
in the series. So I'm good. I'm in it.
Okay. Okay. I mean, give it a chance. I'm excited to see it just because Neely's such a badass. I would love to see how she does on her own. So
I like it. Next one.
Mhm.
Freddy Krueger is ready to invade our dreams again after years of rumors and uncertainty surrounding the future of the franchise. A Nightmare on Elm Street is officially coming back. Paramount has struck a deal with the estate of legendary filmmaker Wes Craven to develop a brand new film set in the world of the original horror classic, giving one of cinema's most iconic slashers another shot at terrifying audiences. The new project will be developed under Paramount's recently launched Paramount Primal genre label, which is putting horror front and center.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I am gonna hold judgment until I see what they're planning on doing with this.
Mm-hmm.
Like Freddy Krueger's fun and whatnot, but I mean, if they're rebooting the whole franchise, are they going in a new direction like they tried to do with the last reboot? Are they going to try and go in the same direction as the original, given that Robert Englund is not going to come back as Freddy Krueger?
Mm-hmm.
He's been saying that he wants to pass the torch. He said a couple times who he thinks should take over as Freddy Krueger.
Interesting. But I think they planned on making a movie. So this would be the 10th film in the franchise. If they created a whole like sub studio, this Paramount Primal,
Mm-hmm.
and then going out and getting Nightmare Nightmare on Elm Street. I was about to say Nightmare Before Elm Street. Nightmare on Elm Street. Um, I think they're going to invest heavily into this,
Yeah.
and they're going to make
Yep.
sure this is going to be like their flagship for this new studio that they have.
Right. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what they do with it, and then if they try to revive slashers, again, the whole thing is you can do it in a way where you're bringing back slashers, but they're not campy, like too campy. I mean, I want some camp in my slashers, but especially if they redo Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
Actually, they're doing a TV show, Camp Crystal
exactly.
Lake.
Crystal Lake.
But I mean, still, I want a little bit of campiness, but like there's a way where you can do it where it's not like the thousands of sequels where they just become like, funny cannon fodder with a little bit of gore in it. There's a way where you can do this where the story is both serious but at the same time, scary and funny at the same time. Like you can strike a balance the way that Wes Craven used to do back in the day.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it just sounds like, I don't mean to give Paramount their flowers, but it feels like they're doing everything right. They go out and talk to the Wes Craven estate. They start a whole sub studio just for horror centric content. Go out and get a big flagship franchise like this. I kind of feel like they have it planned out.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't want to talk shit about Freddy because I have trouble sleeping as it is. I don't need him showing up to talk shit. He's like, I listen to your podcast. Quit talking shit.
I heard what you said about me.
Exactly.
Don't go to sleep, James.
Like, that wasn't me. That was young Phil. Go jump into his dreams. I want to go back to mine and my wrestling dreams. Forget it. Let's not talk about it.
You better not go to sleep, Jahmez.
Okay, we're gonna move on because
now he's like, okay, no.
yeah, it's getting weird. All right. Does Hulu believe? Fans are eager to see what Ryan Coogler does with X-Files, but despite all the excitement surrounding the project, Hulu still hasn't officially ordered a full season of the X-Files. The new series stars Daniel Deadweiler and Harnish Patel. During the interview with Virgin Radio UK, Patel explained why the series is still waiting on a full season order. He said, fingers crossed, it will be going on the right journey. I think it's just not wanting to rush it, especially when it's a property like The X-Files that is precious to people. It would be great if the reboot ran for many years if you've got the story to tell. So, I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's worried about it, and he's like one of the leads. So it feels like they just want to see what happens with it. But I mean, X-Files, huge name. Ryan Coogler, huge name.
Yeah.
I think we get a full season.
Again, it'll be interesting to see what they do, how they do it. There's a lot of speculation on the way Ryan Coogler is going to run the series. I like the way Ryan Coogler writes, so I think that it would be a cool thing to do. A lot of people were saying that if they bring back X-Files, they would like it to be a continuation and not be something that is completely brand new.
Yeah, you have to. You can't reboot it. You just have to continue it.
Yeah. So that would be cool. And I mean, Hulu's been doing that a lot anyway. So
yeah,
be nice.
And honestly, I was thinking about this earlier when we were putting this together. Maybe it's not necessarily Hulu. It could be Ryan Coogler. Coogler could be just saying like, hey, I want to do this. Let's do the pilot, but I don't want to commit to it yet. Maybe he wants to do other projects that he has in mind, or commit to something like a Black Panther or something like that that he wants to do. So it might not just be Hulu that's saying let's not order the full season quite yet. He just may not be ready to do it.
Right. All right. Well, that is it for the regular headlines. Jahmez, why don't we talk about our last sponsor for the night here?
All right. Distance Nerding is part of the Geek Freaks Network. Discovering your latest binge, just like Dungeon Crawler Carl, debating the casting choices like Dungeon Crawler
Carl,
Carl,
Carl.
or still not over that plot twist like Dungeon
Dungeon Crawler, Carl.
Crawler Carl. The Geek Freaks Network has got you covered. Your fandom, your community, your people. God damn it, Donut. Geek out your way. Check out the Geek Freaks Network at gfpods.com.
I'm pretty sure I should probably go and get Jeff Hayes saying "God damn it, donut" and put it on the soundboard.
I love it.
That's gonna be our next thing. Is just Jeff Hayes saying "God damn it, donut."
I love it.
Either that or "God damn it, Mongo."
I love it. So good.
So good. Or I can do something Katya, or you haven't gotten here yet, James, but I can do Sam going, "I will kill your mother."
Yeah. I don't know what that is yet.
You're gonna get there, dude. You're gonna get there. She shows up at the end of the fourth book, going into the fifth. "I will kill your mother." She's French. She's a French. You've probably seen pictures of her. She's a French sex doll head.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
by the way, everybody out there that's listening, and if you're watching or listening later, let us know. Message us on IG if you want to get some Dungeon Crawler Carl stickers before we bring them to the cons. We have a bunch of new stickers coming. So if you want some, just message us on IG. Let us know. We'll get you some stickers.
Did you get DCC stickers?
Yes.
Yes.
We
We were
did.
talking about that this weekend. We were like, man, we should probably get some Dungeon Crawler Carl stickers because we had a lot of people talking about it.
Yep. We shall have them at the next con.
That is going to be great. I'm so excited for this. More Dungeon Crawler Carl. You are now listening to Distance Dungeon Crawler Carl, where we talk about Dungeon Crawler Carl all the time. Here, all the time. All right.
Dungeon Nerding Carl.
Dungeon Nerding Carl. All right. Now we're going to get real sober here. Okay. Guys, we're jumping into the main storylines here, the main stories, the headlines. And this next one is going to bring down the vibe a little bit. So just be ready for this. The world has just changed so radically, and we're all running to catch up. Whether you first met him as the fearless Dr. Alan Grant, staring in awe at a living dinosaur in Jurassic Park, the tragic wizard in Merlin, the terrifying Major Campbell in Peaky Blinders, which actually also was an amazing role for him, or through one of the many unforgettable dramas, thrillers, or horror films that made up his remarkable career, Neil had a rare gift. He made every character feel authentic. If you guys are not understanding what I'm talking about right now, our beloved Sam Neill, from most famous for Jurassic Park, passed away over the course of this week here. Movie lovers around the world are mourning the loss of one of the industry's most dependable and endlessly captivating performers. He played heroes, villains, scientists, kings, detectives, wizards, fathers, monsters, broken men trying to hold themselves together. No matter the genre, he always felt like the kind of person you'd believe could exist. Neil passed away on July 13th in Sydney, Australia. He was 78 years old. Did not feel like he was that old, especially after Peaky Blinders and everything. I didn't feel like he was 78.
And even Jurassic Park Dominion.
That's right. He was in Jurassic Park Dominion. He didn't feel like he was that old. Earlier this year, he shared that he was cancer-free, making today's announcement even more unexpected. Few actors leave behind a body of work this rich, this varied, and this beloved. Thank you for the memories, Sam. You will be missed.
So sad. So sad. Yeah, I know he was like diagnosed with some sort of cancer a few years ago, but they haven't announced it yet. But he didn't pass away from cancer. He was actually cancer free the last time he mentioned it. So
right,
they didn't say what happened, but so sad.
Yeah,
Such a good actor.
He was, man. Like everything he did was good, So rest in peace, man. We will continue to enjoy your legacy and everything that you did because you brought so much joy to so many people. Alan Grant was like 90% of the reason I watched Jurassic Park outside of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
He was
Point.
he was definitely my favorite character because when they announced that they were making a second movie, I was like, Alan Grant, why is he not here? He was the cool one.
Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
And now, honestly, I haven't watched Peaky Blinders, but it's a role that people keep talking about. So
Oh,
now
yeah.
I want to go check it out.
Peaky Blinders is Sons of Anarchy if it took place after World War One in London. It's really good.
Somebody else is in that show. I can't remember who.
What's his name? Scarecrow. Hold on, I gotta pull it up real quick. There's a lot of really good actors in Peaky Blinders. A lot of people who are all over like crazy. So Cillian Murphy is the is the lead. Tom Hardy's in it. Let's see. There was somebody else that was in this too. That's a big actor. Harry Curtin, who's starting to get kind of like a bigger career right now. And then
I had no idea Sam Neill was from New Zealand.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Huh? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, he's he is a he's from down under, but not Australia.
Yeah, it's nuts. I don't understand. Does the United States, we don't put out actors anymore? We don't have any actors.
I mean,
It's
not
all
as
British or
good.
Australian.
Yeah, not as good.
Okay.
I'm putting a I'm putting a poll up right now. I'm literally putting have you started reading Dungeon Crawler Carl? Have you joined the cult?
So good.
The cult of Carl.
You should put that on Instagram to see if that's okay. That's what you need to do for your next con questions, your supercut. Like maybe it's Dungeon Crawler Carl or Princess Donut, and see how they answer.
The only reason I won't do that is because it is still somewhat niche. So the thing is like there's a lot more traction behind it. There are more people that are reading it. But if I put a question in that's Dungeon Crawler Carl related, like that would make sense. Just this last weekend they had LitCon, I think, in Atlanta, which is specifically a convention for lit RPG, which is the genre that this book is in. That would make sense there because you go to a literature, like a book con that is based on lit RPGs. I'm pretty sure everybody that's going to that con has read Dungeon Crawler Carl. So like that makes sense at a con like that. But like going to a general con, you're gonna get a lot of people that are like, I want to read it, or I've heard of it, or what the hell is Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Yeah. Here's a tangent on the tangent that you're on. That LitCon, there was some amazing cosplay at that con. I think there was I forgot his name, Jesse something, but he cosplayed as Dungeon Crawler Carl,
Mm-hmm.
and it was awesome. I think we ended up following him on Instagram because it was so good.
Yeah. No, some of the cosplay that was there was great. Again, they had a bunch of they had a whole panel on lit RPG that people were talking about, like the different writers that are in the genre. And obviously people were asking questions to Matt Dinniman. Matt Dinniman specifically, like there was one interview that he did where he specifically said, there was a bunch of people complaining about Carl's race, and he goes, I'm just gonna tell you guys right now, I have never specifically said what race Carl is, and that's for a reason, because there's a reason for that. So like, yeah, like he's in like, yeah, it's generally it seemed like a good weekend. Jeff Hayes did karaoke.
I did see that.
You see all the karaoke videos, and he did one of the songs as Donut.
Oh, I didn't see that one. That must have been fun.
Which again, that makes sense once you get to the 5th book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. if you're not there yet, because James, I know you're only on the third. I know I passed up Frank, and Frank's only on the fourth book right now. So
Since we're on tangents right now,
Mhm.
Easy's in the chat talking about Dark Side of the Ring. New season comes out today. Easy, I didn't know you're a wrestling fan too. Dive in, man.
Easy's on everything, man.
I know. Well, he needs to be in our wrestling chat.
All right. Easy saying he was a Kiwi. That's right. That's right. Sam Neill was a Kiwi. All right. So let's go ahead and move on. Because we went from Sam Neill to somehow Dungeon Crawler Carl to going back to the stories that we're going to talk about here. We got a couple more. Let's stay on task. Stay on target. Stay on target.
Wait. Before you dive into the Comic-Con stuff, Matt's also chiming in about Dark Side of the Ring. I didn't know there were TNA episodes. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
I loved TNA, like that first initial TNA Impact where it was like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and then they brought in all the ex WWE and WCW wrestlers. That was such a fun age of wrestling where you get up and coming AJ Styles versus like Sting and all that stuff. Jeff Hardy was in there too. Like, it was nuts. Wrestling Kurt Angle. It was nuts. It was like all this fan casting of your legends wrestlers, and then all the up and coming new wrestlers were right there too, flying on top of the ring in like X game, not X Games, but X Division, type matches. It was incredible.
Kurt Angle had a crazy run in TNA.
They all did. So did Sting.
Mm-hmm.
So did Hogan. So did Flair. And the X Division matches, where they were on the scaffolding above the ring. Oh, so good. Sorry. Okay.
No,
all right. That was it.
SDC is about to get their first taste of the balls. The Spaceballs.
The Spaceballs.
May the Schwartz be with you. All right. Even though the movie doesn't hit theaters for another 9 months, it's officially making its way to Hall H, which makes it one of the biggest events of Comic-Con 2026. Not only are fans getting the sequel they've waited nearly 40 years for, but almost nobody outside of CinemaCon attendees has seen anything from the movie. The official description keeps things intentionally mysterious. The cast and filmmakers from the upcoming film Spaceballs, the new one, offer a behind-the-Schwartz look of the sequel to the 1987 Mel Brooks cult classic. Behind the reboots, legacy sequels, and cinematic universes competing for nostalgic attention this weekend, this is the one prepared to say exactly what it is doing. Buckle up, Ludicrous Breed ahead.
Awesome. I didn't know they were going to have a panel, so this is cool.
This is going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see kind of if we can find things out of this, because sometimes they like Hall H is notorious for them shutting down people's phones, right? So the returning cast includes Rick Moranis, Mel Brooks, Daphne Zuniga, and Bill Pullman, all reprising their beloved roles. Joining them are Josh Gad, Keke Palmer, Louis Pullman, and Anthony Carrigan, who help usher the franchise into the next chapter. This is going to be a shit ton of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the way they're already marketing everything.
I want to see this panel more than anything else.
I know, man. I do really want to see this panel and see what exactly what's going to happen here, and what. Hopefully, we get the trailer, at the end of the weekend, because I'm sure they're going to debut the trailer at Comic-Con.
Yep. Matt, by the way, Matt in the chat, are you going to be at San Diego Comic-Con? Who's covering San Diego Comic-Con for you? Philippe, do you know if Joe's going to be?
I'm pretty sure. I know he's been saying he's been. I haven't asked him directly, but I know he's been he's in passing said that he's been preparing for different things for
Gotcha.
San Diego Comic-Con. So
gotcha.
Yeah, so I know Joe Declemar is probably going to be there. I mean, it would be dumb to think that BD's not going to be there. BD's probably doing like panels.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like Brand, unless Brandon has a match this weekend. That's the only way I can see him not being there.
The main character.
Yeah. Because if Brandon has a match this weekend, or if they've got if OVW has an event this weekend, which I don't think they would. OVW is usually pretty good about not scheduling stuff on the same weekend as like major events like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times because they're presenting at big events like that. So,
well, I mean, let's plan for next year. Let's talk to Joe. Let's talk to some of our friends. Let's see what we can do.
yeah, for sure. So with that being said, Spaceballs, the new one, blasts in the theaters on April 23rd, 2027. I'm very excited for this. This is gonna be a good time. All right, Comic-Con, the final frontier.
Shut up and take my money.
There we go. Star Trek is making a
you could have went with Comic-Con.
Comic-Con, the final frontier.
What?
Okay. Star Trek is making a huge return to San Diego Comic-Con this year. The Paramount Plus and CBS studios are packing the schedule with enough panels, screenings, collectibles, and fan experiences to keep Trekkies busy all weekend long. Or Trekkers, if you don't like Trekkie. Trekkers. One of the biggest attractions will be the Star Trek Strange New Worlds Hall H panel on Friday, July 25th. The panel will celebrate the show's 4th season and bring together an impressive lineup of cast and creatives. The celebration won't stop there. Immediately following the Strange New Worlds panel, Hall H will host a special event honoring the 60th anniversary of Star Trek. The anniversary panel will feature talent from across the franchise, kicking off with a special presence introduction from Eugene Roddenberry.
Okay.
So there's going to be a Roddenberry there.
Yeah.
Also at SDCC, representatives from the Paramount product and experience team will be joined by the Lego Group and Magic the Gathering to talk about the latest Star Trek inspired collectibles and collaborations. That's going to be exciting to see because I can't afford the Enterprise and I wish I could. What if they start if they announce that they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna do the Narada, we're gonna do a Warbird, we're gonna do the Klingon ships and things like that, I'm gonna just lose my shit.
It's just sinking in my brain. So Lego is Star Trek is part of the Lego panel? Is that what it is?
It says that they're gonna have representatives from both Lego and Magic. Because Magic the Gathering is probably going to be doing a deck. Lego is probably announcing with the success of the Enterprise that they're going to be doing more kits.
Okay, now I'm interested. I didn't even know there was an Enterprise kit.
It's $600.
Okay, well, we're super chat's open right now, guys. Dive in.
And it comes with, I know, right? And it comes with multiple crews.
What?
Yeah.
Stop it.
So it comes with the original crew from the original series, but it also comes with the Next Generation crew.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's kind of the same thing where like when they did the really big Millennium Falcon,
yeah,
right? You had the original crew, which was Han, Chewie, Luke, all that, and then they did the new crew, which was like Rey, Finn, also Chewie because he was technically still part of that group, but had the droids and everything. When they did like the $600 Millennium Falcon, the big one, the Enterprise comes with multiple crews, which is kind of cool.
I like that. That's cool.
I've seen it in person. There was a comic book shop that had that. They had one there and they built it, and it was sitting in the shop. And I'm jealous because I wish I could afford to get the Enterprise. So hey guys, super chat. Yeah,
doing a bunch of Star Trek Lego kits. I'm interested in that.
Yeah. So like I said, they're probably going to announce that they're doing a Klingon Bird of Prey. They probably have a Romulan Warbird. They're probably going to be doing again, if they're very unlikely they're going to do the Narada, but the Narada was such a cool ship that if they did that would be amazing. That's the one from the Star Trek reboot.
Okay.
It's the Romulan ship that with the Borg enhancements on it.
Oh, interesting.
So that'd be
Okay,
cool. Paramount Plus is also hosting a special screening of the first 2 episodes of Strange New World Season 4. San Diego Comic-Con 2026 is scheduled for July 23rd through the 26th of this year in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, with Star Trek's 60th anniversary taking center stage all event long.
That's cool. That's cool. Good for Star Trek. They need their flowers too.
They absolutely need their flowers. And I mean, we need to catch up on some Trek. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is the last story we got. So let's jump into what we got going on. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesdays, the show you are watching right now, Distance Nerding from 6:30 to 8:30. Thursdays, The Build. This week, our buddy, our friend, he's friend of the show. He's been on on The Build maybe 4 or 5 times at this point, possibly more. But
Okay.
I love him to death. Nate Price, from Pork Chop Express, Night of the Chihuahuas. He is going to be promoting Family Man. They're doing a film that Graveyard is involved in, which is going to be amazing. And friends of the show, the DeLongs, specifically Jeff DeLong, is doing a lot of prop work for that movie. So yeah, they've got a Kickstarter for that. Plus, he's got a couple of other things going on. So I'm having him come on so you can promote all the different things they're doing on Thursday. So that's going to be a fun show. Of course, we're going to be doing our recap with the DeLongs for this weekend. So we'll be talking about Silver Age Comic-Con and doing a debrief on that. So come and hang out with us on Thursday live to talk about that kind of all that stuff.
Real quick, how nice was Bruce Boxleitner?
He was hilarious.
Yeah,
he's a very funny guy. He was a storyteller. When we did the interview, I did not get to anything Tron.
Oh, interesting.
Because we started with his early career and then he just started telling stories and we just kept going on there. And here's the thing, Bruce Boxleitner, not only did he have like a good amount of fans and he had like the longest line all weekend, he has fans that follow him from con to con.
Oh, wow.
So there was like a group of ladies that were just sitting in the front row that were, they were so happy with the stories that he told, because we talked more about his westerns and about Babylon 5 and about some of the stories that we barely got to Tron. Like we didn't really do anything, and nobody was upset because everyone was just like, yeah, no, it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Thursday we'll learn more, right?
We'll do a debrief on Thursday. We'll talk a little bit about it. It's going to be a good time. And then of course Friday, ladies and gentlemen, the buzzer from 6 to 8. I got to change the time on this. This week we do plan on doing a buzzer. We're going to be playing Well Really. It's been a long time since we played it, guys. But it'll be a fun time. We'll get in on this and go and piss off Shadu as much as we can.
I like it. It's always a good day when you can make Shadu mad.
Exactly. So ladies and gentlemen, of course, you can follow us on all the social media places. If it exists, we are there at Distance Nerding. Connect with us everywhere. And of course, you can send us an email. If you want us to read it on air, you can send us an email at distancenerding@aol.com, and we will read it live on air. Of course, if you're live on the YouTube, you can always super chat us, guys. And if you super chat, we will read that live on air as well. Any comments that you guys have will end up on the live stream. With that being said, Jahmez, that is it from us. Tell everybody, the ending deal here. Oh, of course, Bruce, buddy, bedtime, time to go to sleep.
Bruce, go to sleep.
Bruce,
And
go to
for
sleep.
everybody else, thanks, and keep nerding together.
That's it.
And
Well, that
for
is
Matt,
it from us.
Deuces.
Deuces. We'll see everybody on Thursday.
Distance Nerding.